Joseph and his brothers, Part 2. Many, many years went by. Joseph grew to be a very wise man. Now it happened that the king of Egypt wanted a very wise man to build storehouses and to fill the storehouses with corn. The king said, "Where could I find a man wiser than Joseph? I will get Joseph to build the storehouses. I will have Joseph fill them with corn." So the king made Joseph ruler of Egypt next to himself. He said to the people of Egypt, "Whatsoever Joseph says, you must do." Joseph rode in a shiny chariot. He drove a team of prancing horses. Joseph built the storehouses for the king. He filled the storehouses with corn. Then came the time of no rain. And because there was no rain, nothing grew. There was no corn for the people to eat, no corn for the cows or the horses. The people cried to the king, "Give us corn or we die." The king said, "Go to Joseph. He will help you." Joseph opened up the storehouses and sold the people corn. One day, Joseph saw 10 little donkeys with empty sacks on their backs coming toward the storehouse where he was selling corn. Beside the 10 little donkeys walked his 10 older brothers. The brothers didn't know Joseph, but Joseph knew them. They bowed to Joseph with their faces to the ground. Joseph remembered his dream about the sheep. Joseph talked with his brothers, but he didn't tell them who he was. Not yet. "Is your father well?" asked Joseph. "Do you have another brother?" "Our father is well," they said. "We have a younger brother at home." "When you come again to buy corn," said Joseph, "bring your younger brother with you." Joseph filled their empty sacks with corn, and the 10 little donkeys went home. The brothers came again to buy corn. This time, Benjamin was with them. Joseph stood up before his brothers, and they still did not know him. Then he said, "I am Joseph." Benjamin was happy to see Joseph, but the 10 older brothers were afraid. They said, "Now Joseph will punish us for selling him to the traders." But Joseph said, "Don't be afraid. Come to me." Joseph hugged Benjamin and all his brothers. Joseph's brothers were now good, kind men. They were sorry for what they had done. Joseph gave each of them a new coat. He sent home with his brothers many presents for Jacob, his father. He sent wagons to move them all down to Egypt, where there was plenty of corn. Joseph watched the road, and one day he saw the wagons he had sent and the 10 little donkeys and his brothers with his father's sheep, all coming down to the road to Egypt. Joseph jumped into his chariot. He galloped his horses up the road to meet them. When Jacob saw Joseph coming, he climbed down from the wagon. Joseph jumped down from his chariot. He ran to his father and threw his arms around him. He hugged him and hugged him. Now Joseph and his father and Benjamin and his 10 older brothers would all live together happily in the land of Egypt.